What's good, guys? Big up to channel, guys. Hey, big up everybody. Welcome back, channel, guys. It's been a while since I've done a solo, guys. I hope you guys can hear me right. You know what I'm saying? Just working out the chat, but you know what I'm saying? Big up to everybody. Smash up the likes. Let me get rid of this sub count. You know what I'm saying? But guys, smash up the likes. There is such a lot of things to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Inigo Martinez. I want to have my full say. I know it's a couple days now. A lot of people, they're not emotional, not reactionary, and I kind of want to update my say with Inigo Martinez. When it comes to Ter Stegen, a lot of news. You know, keeping up with Barcelona, it's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Keeping up with the Kardashians, keeping up with FC Barcelona fits in just like that. And also, Lewandowski, we have an injury update. Donnie almost same with him. Could we see Rashford, Ferran? We're going to preview the Joan Gamper game a bit. So guys, stay with me. We're going to do a lot of things this live. It's basically a wrap up of the past 4 days, I would say, because I couldn't have been too active with the live streams. I did more videos, but honestly, guys, like from the bottom of my heart, I actually like streaming a lot more than videos. Like, you'd probably find it crazy to say, but streaming's actually a bit easier for me. But let me fix up this chat. But how you guys doing? And also make sure to smash up the likes and also subscribe to the channel, because listen, guys, we are on the road to 2K subscribers. You know what I'm saying? But let me try to fix this up. Let's see if it's working. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, crazy 4 days. Yeah, bro, I can't lie. Big up Twisty, by the way. Guys, smash up the likes all the time, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get this party started. There's a lot of things to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Big up, hey, big up Segule, big up Catalan, bro. Gerard Martin, we're actually gonna talk about it. I've been hearing a lot of fans trusting Gerard Martin, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised that, you know, a guy that last season I had a lot of doubts, but I understand why. I'm not going to be stupid, right? Gerard Martin, he's a left-footed center back. One thing he can do is pass the ball. And I understand the take from a lot of Barcelona fans. They're saying, you know what, he can be the Inigo Martinez replacement. But I'm just like, I find it kind of weird, bro. Are you sure, Gerard Martin? Like, are we talking about the same guy? But it is what it is. Big up Santiago, big up Catalan, big up only Barca all the time. But you know, guys, let's get straight into it, because the first thing that I want to talk about actually is going to be the Inigo Martinez situation, because I'm gonna tell you guys what happened to me. So basically, I had to drop off my cousin at the airport, right? And listen, I was the only guy who could rely on. He didn't want to use Uber, right? And I was very busy that day. And then when I came home from LAX, because I'm in California, Southern California, and I saw that Inigo Martinez has left FC Barcelona. I saw that Fabrizio Romano posted the edit, and I was like, Al Nasser. I got excited. Is Barcelona, are we gonna get saved by the bell? Are we going to get 40 million, 45 million for Inigo Martinez? But that was not the case, because we know Saudi Arabia, when they come calling, it's like, it's legit a holiday for the, you know what I'm saying, these football teams in Europe, because Saudi Arabia, they offer dumb amount of money for guys who are clearly washed. So I was thinking, Saudi Arabia, Inigo Martinez, did they give us 20, 30, 40 million maybe, right? But that was not the case. And you know what? I might as well share my screen, guys. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Obviously, we all know Inigo Martinez. And guys, what was your reaction to the Inigo Martinez news? Because once again, I was shocked. I was like, our best center back last season. I know he's old, right? And the bit of the reactionary part, he's our best center back. He was last season. But at the same time, I'm kind of okay with it. But this is the problem, guys. Let's speak about, there's two parts to it. Let's first speak about the finances. Then we're going to speak about the actual player in Inigo Martinez, right? The first part, guys, right? And I'll get to the chat. Get in the chat, guys. Smash up the likes. Let's get this, you know what I'm saying, live started, right? Let's get more people through the door. When you smash up the likes, you know, more people find the content. But what I do want to say, right, is that Inigo Martinez, right, Barcelona terminated his contract, and he's joining Al Nassr as a free agent. When I first saw this, I was like, why would we terminate his contract? You know, we see another thing that Barcelona, there was a clause in his contract that let Inigo Martinez leave for free if a Saudi club came calling. But I'm like, I don't know, guys. Is it just me? I don't believe this. Why would Barcelona, guys, Deco, you can call him dumb. You can call Deco out. You can say Deco is stupid. You can say whatever you want about Deco. But there's no way he's this dumb. There's no way Joan Laporta allowed this to happen, that there's a clause in Inigo Martinez's contract to leave for free. Why would you put that? Is this some type of PR? Is the club trying to hide something from us? I just don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? I just don't believe that. Is that just me? You know what I'm saying? Let me read the chat, though. What are you guys saying, bro? Because, like, the first part, right? hold up. The first part, right, is that I just don't know how to believe this news. Why would FC Barcelona insert a clause that if Saudi Arabia came calling, you could leave for free? Usually, when Saudi Arabia comes calling, that's when you want to make money. You know what I'm saying? That's when you get these guys who are old, like maybe a Lewandowski or a Inigo or a Szczesny for like 20 million. So I just don't understand it. Why would FC Barcelona include this clause? Till this day, I don't understand why Barcelona would do it. I just don't understand. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys could say, listen, there's a bunch of theories. The only theory that I thought of it, right? And I promise I'll get the chat. Get in the chat. I'll read the message in a second. But the only thing that I could think of is that I know Inigo Martinez, before he even came to Barcelona, there were Saudi clubs interested. And maybe Barcelona and Joan Laporta said, you know what, Inigo? We cannot compete financially like these Saudi clubs. But what we will do is, you know what? We're actually going to give you a clause that you can leave for free anytime you want. Because you're going to come to Barcelona for 1 or 2 years. And then you know what? Do what you want. You did us a favor. We're going to do you a favor. You can go to Saudi Arabia. That's the only way I could see it. But even then, that's stupid. Why would Joan Laporta Deco? Surely we're not this dumb. Surely we wouldn't do that. This could have been a great opportunity to make like 15, 20 million on a guy who's 34, 35. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first part. But let me get to the chat because I do want to see what you guys are actually saying. You know what I'm saying? But, and also, guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you have not subscribed, what are you doing? But big up to everybody. We got 15 people through the door already. Guys, smash up the likes. Let's try to get 15 likes right now, right here. We kind of need to trust him. We have no center back depth unless La Masia comes in. So you're speaking about Gerard Martin. Yeah, but I don't know, guys. Listen, I'll get to Gerard Martin later, but I'm not fully convinced on trusting Gerard Martin. That's the only thing. I know last year was his rookie year. Maybe he gets better this year, but I still think it's a big ask from Gerard Martin. You know, you had your rookie season. This season, you should be better, but to replace Inigo Martinez, that's a big ask. He was our best center back last year. I fell down in my knees on Walmart. Ain't no way. Hey, only Barca. Listen, bro. Ain't no way you actually did it. You know what? It's not like Lamine Yamal passed away. It's not that crazy, but I was surprised. Bro, I can't even lie. I got breakfast, and I was like, huh? Are you sure Inigo? Why would we let Inigo leave out of all of our center backs? I know you're joking, only Barca. I know, but I get why he left because someone needed to leave for players to be, registered, and Ter Stegen was being stubborn. Yeah, I hear it, but at the same time, I feel like there's so many other guys, like a lot of Barca fans, they want Araujo out. You know what I'm saying? They want Hector Fort out. They want all these other guys out. And why is Inaki Peña still employed by my club and Inigo Martinez is out? That's my thing. There's 3 or 4 guys that should have left before Inigo. That's my thing. You know what I'm saying? Also, Inigo thought that he couldn't play more than 50 games. I seen the report, guys. And you know what it is, Catalan? You said the same thing. That Inigo, he doesn't know physically he can demand it. I understand that part. But it's just that, couldn't we get 15 million from... I just don't understand. You don't think Barcelona could... Guys, are you serious? Like, you don't think Barcelona could have got 15 million from Saudi Arabia? Like, why would we have that clause? I'm actually okay. I'm going to tell you guys right now. I'm actually okay with Inigo Martinez leaving now. Because let me say this, right? This is the second part. I'm going to get back to the chat once again. But I want to go back to this point right here. So, everybody's saying this report, right? That Inigo Martinez thought he no longer could be capable of playing 50 matches in a season. I understand it. Can I tell you guys this? Basically, with Barcelona, the way that we play Hansi Flick, this high demand, high line, a lot running, this demand of football is very, very tasking for a guy, Inigo Martinez, who's 34, 35. Guys like Jules Koundé, you know, all these guys, they all struggle. Pedri, right? Frankie, everybody struggles. So when you're 34, 35, I understand it. And also, Inigo Martinez, the last 2 months of the season, he had a massive fall off. The first 6 months, impeccable. Awesome, amazing, exactly what Hansi Flick wants. But at the same time, I don't know. I feel like we're going to miss it. I feel like that even though he's not the best, and let me say this also, Inigo Martinez is the same guy that as great as he was last year, right? Do you guys remember that season under Xavi 2 years ago now, right? And he wasn't that good. I thought that Barcelona, there were some rumors that Osasuna were going to pick him up. Basically, he wasn't really that good for Xavi Hernandez. I don't know if an actual defender, 1v1 defending, recovery pace, the actual concept of defending, if he's actually that insane. Because I'm looking at it, Barcelona, we can see there's so many goals with Inigo and Cabarsi. And it's not like we're that good of a defensive team till this day. It's just that Inigo understands Hansi Flick's system. That's the thing. Inigo Martinez for the fit was a big reason why Barcelona, it was working, the high line. He's Mr. Offside. Brother, that first El Clasico, every time Mbappe scored, he looked back, saw the, you know what I'm saying, he saw the flag go up, and Inigo Martinez, he was just smiling, you know what I'm saying? Just another offside for him. But I understand. I could see why. And Lewandowski, I have the same doubts for him. Lewandowski's a guy that he's old, right? But apparently, the difference is that Lewandowski, he's a freak, bro. This guy, people call him a gym rat. This guy, as much as Lewandowski is doing all these TikTok dances, you know what I'm saying? This guy, Lewandowski, I seen him boxing Lamine Yamal. But at the same time, Lewandowski, man like Unk, he's actually a guy that, bro, I always say it. This guy brings his, you know what I'm saying, his blanket, his pillow. Lewandowski, this guy sleeps in the gym. Lewandowski's a professional's professional. That is why I could see him maybe doing one more year. And even then, Lewandowski got injured yesterday, so it's very tasking. Hansi Flick, the way he works these players in training, the way that these players got to play in game, I understand it. Inigo, if he leaves, you know what? I'll say this. Remember when Gundogan left? Everybody was mad. Gundogan gave up his wages just like Inigo, and he left to Manchester City. Gundogan had a horrible season with Man City individually and also collectively. Man City were very bad. But could we see the same situation that Inigo Martinez, to be fair, Saudi, nobody will have eyes watching on him, but maybe Inigo was right. Maybe he was on his last legs. And with Gundogan, everybody blamed the club, but it was actually, sporting-wise, the right decision. Gundogan did not have it anymore. He gave us that 1 year, decent year for him, but physically he didn't have it. And it could be the same with Inigo. He's 34 at the end of the day. My only concern, my only flaw, guys, I'm looking back at this deal the past couple of days. My only concern is why couldn't we get 15 million? That's all I'm saying. I understand he's old, whatever, say whatever you want right in the chat, but I'm saying, why couldn't we get 15 million for him from Saudi Arabia? Come on, bro. These guys come with Gucci flip-flops. They come with the duffel bag. You know what I'm saying? These guys legit. You ask for, I don't know, 10 million. Saudi Arabia will give you like 20 million just to make sure the deal doesn't fall through. Like, it's that type of club that Al Nassr are. But let me actually get back to the chat, bro. Because I want to actually see what you guys are saying. Hold up. Yeah, okay. So big up, right? Big up everybody in the chat, guys. Big up everybody. It's only a joke. I hear it, bro. Do we count Gerard? Well, hold on. Let me read this. Well, hold up. My bad, guys. Do we count Gerard Martin as a rookie? Isn't he like 23? I still count Gerard Martin as a rookie because Gerard Martin, at the end of the day, it was still his rookie season. Bro came from Barça Athletic. I'm not the biggest Gerard Martin fan, but I understand why some Barça fans think that he could be the replacement. But I have to say this right now. I was watching Barça Volume, and I was watching his guy, what was it? The Barcelona podcast the other day, right? And I was like, the Barcelona podcast, I actually rate his stuff that he says on Barça very objective. But at the same time, I was like, he had Gerard Martin potentially being the starter later in the season as one of the center backs. And I'm like, I know he's left-footed. I know he's a left-footed center back, left center back. That's the position Gerard Martin fits in. But I just found it absurd. I don't know if that's going to happen. Pena going to Como, that can, bro, listen, donation, bro. Don't even pay us money, bro. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Pena's leaving. Hey, I can't wait for Pena to leave because if we can get money for Pena, that would be actually very nice. I can't lie. Guys, smash up the likes. Subscribe to the channel. Are you not entertained? That's all I'm going to say, guys. Listen, so we're at the 1-to-1 rule or not yet? Guys, so apparently, I don't think so. Listen, from my opinion, I think wage bill registration, this Inigo Martinez deal is going to help us registration-wise. Before the 1-to-1, I think we need a sale, like probably 60, 70 million to go back to the 1-to-1 for, you know what I'm saying, forever. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I think about it. I think the Inigo deal is going to help us with registration, but with the 1-to-1, I don't think there's a guarantee, bro. We didn't expect Inigo to be as good as he turned out to be last season. Maybe Gerard Martin turns out to be. We'll see, bro. We'll see. But easy, you know what I would say? I don't know if Gerard Martin has that IQ either. None of our center backs understood the high line like Inigo Martinez did, right? You know, it's Inigo. That's my thing. That is why I'm looking at it. I'm looking back at it, only Barca, and I'm saying, hey, you know, Gundogan, everybody thought it was a horrible deal for Barca, but at the same time, I'm looking at it now. Gundogan had a bad season. Barca actually let go at the right time. It could be the same thing with Inigo Martinez. The only problem is that last season he was our best center back. Gundogan at the time, I don't even think he was our best midfielder. Like, he was good, but I thought Frankie was better. You know, I thought Pedri's always better. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thoughts with it. But I don't even know what to say, bro. I had doubts of Inigo competing at the high level this season. Hey, Twisty, I absolutely agree. I didn't think Inigo Martinez could be a starter the whole year long. I was thinking maybe the start of the year, first 3 months, he could be a starter. But that's just my opinion on it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I do. Hey, yo, guys, smash up the likes. Subscribe to the channel, guys. We have over 30 people here. I'm trying to grow the community. Smash up the likes and subscribe to the channel, guys. Listen, guys, I do have an announcement. I'm trying to recruit more people, some Barcelona content creators, right? And to have a panel show. And that would be sick. Y'all cannot tell me, chat. Imagine a panel show. We always see the Premier League teams with panel shows. We always see Man United panel shows. They look sick. They look like they're having fun. I'm trying to start, and I know Omar BYT has a panel show. I'm trying to think about it for this season. Imagine every week having 6 different guys, 4 or 5 different guys, just with different opinions. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think that I'm the Araujo out guy. You know, I'm the Araujo in guy, right? But I'm not. I just thought that, you know what, he gets a bit more too much criticism. But I'm just saying everybody's gonna have different opinions. Some people think Lewandowski should have got sold. You know, some people think Gerard Martin should have got sold, and now people are saying he might start. So I think that would be sick. A panel show for Barcelona potentially, right? Big up Santiago, bro. You guys should use your brain before selling it. Listen, that's the thing. Santiago, at the end of the day, if I'm looking at it, the only doubt that I have for the Inigo Martinez deal is that we didn't get money for it. Inigo might fall off. Matter of fact, if it's true the reports that he doesn't think he can play at the top level anymore, fair enough. I believe Inigo Martinez. He knows his body more than anybody. Guys, there's a saying in sports. When those young legs, when they go. It's done. Lewandowski, he still feels like he has it. That's why he's here. That's why Lewandowski is still scoring 40-plus goals. Even after that horrible year he had with Xavi, only scoring I think 23. Bro, he almost doubled his output in just one season. Lewandowski is not finished. You know what I'm saying? This guy, I think he still has one more year of probably 25 to 35 goals. I still believe that. You know what I'm saying? Can we get a minute of silence for Bilbao losing again? Bro, Catalan, I do not care about Bilbao, bro. Matter of fact, the only time I'll care about Athletic Club is legit when we play them. When Marcus Rashford dunks on Nico Williams and Marcus Rashford celebrates inside Mamas at the away end, not the away one, in front of their fans, that's when I'll care about Athletic Bilbao. When Rashford makes that, and you know what I'm saying, Nico Williams regret his decision, that's when I'll care. But listen, we will be there exactly, bro. Big up Eugene. Yeah, Eugene, big up to you, bro. Nico Williams stinker. Bro, I'm not speaking about Nico, but guys, I did see I did see the VIP seats. Barcelona, are we going to finally sell the VIP seats? You know what it is, guys? I just have to say it, guys. You know, and today, I just came on to hop on the live. We still got a lot of topics to talk about, 3 or 4. But listen, I was like, you know what? I got to go live, bro. I haven't been live for the past 4 days. What am I doing? You know, I know I've been busy, but the videos, they don't hit the same, bro. I love streaming a lot more. That's why I had to pull through. But, yeah, the VIP seats, we'll see. But, bro, I'm telling you, when the Rashford dagger hits, I'm telling you guys, Pierre, only Barca, everybody, we will be, that match reaction, when Rashford does this celebration, you know what I'm saying, in front of the San Mames, bro, listen, that's going to be absolute head loss. But I do want to actually, right, let's get back to the news, guys. We'll get back to don't worry, guys. We still got the chat. I'm not going to ignore you guys, but smash up the likes, and let's actually get back to the news, because I do want to actually, let's do this, right? Because there is a lot of things to talk about. Inigo Martinez, that was the one thing I was going to say, right? Basically, my last thoughts on Inigo. You know what? It might have been the right thing, right? Inigo to leave. If he wants the bag in Saudi Arabia, I don't blame him. If I was offered, right, double my salary, I would do that too. I currently work right now. If I was double or triple my salary, brother, I'm leaving. You know what? Inigo at least told Barcelona he's dipping. I probably wouldn't even tell my employer I'm dipping. You know what I'm saying? I know there's 2-week notice, but when there's money on the table like that, brother, I'm gone the next day, the next night. So that's just how it is. But listen, Inigo, good luck to him. At the end of the day, he's going to be one of those legends that are a C-tier legend because, bro, nobody expected it. But I do want to actually move on and speak about Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding, bro. I was about to say everybody's favorite player, but no, right? Everybody's Ter Stegen out. I feel like that everybody in the community is Ter Stegen out. But listen, I do want to speak about the news because Barcelona basically have given back the captaincy to Marc-Andre Ter Stegen with immediate effect. And guys, I can't believe Ronald Araujo was the captain for only 1 day. Ronald Araujo was the captain of Barcelona for 1 day, and they got it removed from him. But Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, guys, I have a lot to say about the situation. What happened? That's my biggest thing. Nobody really knows what happens. Like, what did Barcelona tell Marc-Andre Ter Stegen that they didn't tell him already? Guys, we already know Barcelona and Ter Stegen, they had a bit of a Cold War. You know what I'm saying? Barcelona and Ter Stegen, they were not agreeing. Guys in the chat, what happened? I don't understand. Why would Ter Stegen? This is my thing. I thought that Ter Stegen, honestly, guys, I'm disappointed. I thought Ter Stegen was going to stand on business. I thought it was going to be Ter Stegen standing on business, Barcelona standing on business, and let's see who budges first. But they budged at the same time. I guess Ter Stegen lost the war because I was looking at all the reports, Joan Garcia, Rashford, the Inigo departure. I was like, yo, Ter Stegen's low-key winning this war. He has the upper high ground on Barcelona. So why would he come back to Barcelona and, you know what I'm saying, be the captain again and give up the 4 months for the registration? I just don't understand it. That's my biggest thing. And, you know, I have a lot of, you know, this is crazy. I feel like that people are not realizing what happened. No, not many Barcelona fans are asking the question. We're just saying that, yeah, it happened. Good job, Ter Stegen. You finally did what you're supposed to do. But at the same time, why? Like, I just want to know what happened to Ter Stegen and Barcelona, because we had this big, massive disagreement. And then in one day, like, I just don't understand it. And Ter Stegen, guys, he's going to be expected to present at the Johan Cruyff Arena, right? And deliver the annual speech as the first captain. So Ter Stegen, guys, tomorrow in the game, by the way, I'm going to be doing a watch along. And guys, it's at a way better time. I don't have to, you know what I'm saying, set 15 alarms to wake up at 2 a.m. No, less of that. The watch along is going to be a normal Barcelona game time. You know what I'm saying, the late kickoff. Guys, we will be there for the watch along. Have that, you know what I'm saying, the notified. I'll post it out later. Don't worry about it. But Ter Stegen, right, when I'm going back to this, do you guys think that Ter Stegen's going to get booed? Because I still think, right, listen, people forgive, but they don't forget. But I'm going to be real. In this situation, I don't think nobody's forgiven. I'm going to be so real with you guys. I think Ter Stegen is going to get booed. Regardless. Because let's be real. Nobody forgets the feeling just 3-4 days ago. Everybody hated Ter Stegen. Bro, when Inigo Martinez left the club, everybody, that was probably the peak time that everybody hated Ter Stegen. Everybody, it's a unanimous consensus. Nobody's a Ter Stegen in fan. Nobody says Ter Stegen. Bro, hashtag Ter Stegen out was trending before all the chaos. Like, I can't believe this U-turn. And before I get to the chat, guys, big up for the chat, guys. Smash up the likes. Let's get more people in here, right? Comment down your thoughts on Ter Stegen. Listen, I don't know, but I have to share this because, listen, I just find it so funny, bro. Guys, I'm not even joking. I'm not trying to make this up, right? So, Santi Valle, right? He basically reported Joan Laporta and Ter Stegen met to have a conversation and settle the dispute. The reason for the resolution today. But this is my thing, guys. Listen, I promise, guys, I'm not trying to get demonetized. But did Joan Laporta, what did he say to Ter Stegen that he didn't already say? Bro, apparently, he went to Ter Stegen's house. Did Joan Laporta, guys, it's going to sound crazy. Did he hold him gunpoint? Like, did he, bro, I'm sorry, bro, what happened? Did Joan Laporta come with, you know what I'm saying, the Glock, you know what I'm saying? Did Joan Laporta held him gunpoint and be like, yo, Ter Stegen, you got to do it's now or never? Because I always say, Joan Laporta, he's a nice guy, he's a fan, but, bro, this guy's low-key, he has a bit of gangster in him. Let me tell you guys why. Whenever it's time to do stuff, he gets it done. Whenever the court said, yo, Dani Olmo cannot be registered, right? Stop trying. You know what Joan Laporta did? He said, really? Now I'm going to go to a different court. I'm going to go to a Bandulu court. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go to a court that I know the people who are in charge. And I'm going to get Dani Olmo registered. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what Joan Laporta, I don't know what they did. I don't know if they hallucinated Ter Stegen. They pulled up to his house, had a meeting. But what happened? Like, I still don't get it. Did Joan Laporta, I don't know what he did. Like, does he have dirt on Ter Stegen? Is this like an Epstein thing? Like, I don't understand. And I can't wait to see the reports maybe in a couple months to explain the situation. But I just don't understand it. Truly, I don't. Like, he's going to be presenting tomorrow. But let me get back to the chat. I do want to see what you guys are saying about this. Because for me, once again, I find it baffling. I can't believe that this happened. I can't believe. Bro, guys, am I crazy? I promise I'm going to get to the chat right now. But, bro, did Joan Laporta hold him gunpoint? Did he say, yo, brother, listen, if you don't, do you love your life? Do you want to live? Do you love your, listen, I know you got a new partner. Do you want to stay with her? Because it's that crazy for me. Like, what did he say, bro? Because I don't know, bro. I don't know what else to say, bro. This is ridiculous, right? Yeah, bro, I can't even lie, bro. Folded so quick. Bro, that's the thing. Bro, I was thinking genuinely, guys, that Ter Stegen, he was going to stand on business. But you know what? He didn't stand on business. I can't believe it. I could not believe it. Ter Stegen is a legend, and is overhated, but he's making it harder for me to defend him. This is the thing. I used to be a Ter Stegen fan, Twisty, but in 2017, you know what I'm saying? As the years went on, I wanted this guy out, but it was not because I hated him. It was because I was like, he's not playing good enough. People always say, I hate it, guys. I'm sorry. Bro, these Barcelona fans, some of these guys are absolutely so sorry. Guys, I'm going to be so real. The Barca fans that say Ter Stegen in, that call him El Capitano, that say he's the only Barca player currently that won the UCL with Barca, brother, he's part of the reason why we don't have a second or third UCL with Messi. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I don't even know what to say. Let me get back to chat, though. Big up Shane, bro. Laporta got his wife to call him. Bro, let me tell you guys this for free. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know what happened. I don't know what Laporta did to Ter Stegen when he pulled up to his house, brother, but I don't think it was a normal meeting. I promise I don't. Bro, I'm telling y'all, Joan Laporta, he's got some gangster. Bro, he legit said, what? La Liga, you're not registering Dani Olmo? Wait, watch this. You know what I'm saying? Watch this. Dani Olmo gets registered by some Bandulu court I've never heard of. Yo, Joan Laporta, that's one thing I got to give him. When it's time to get something done, he gets it done. When it's it's now or never. You cannot miss. The guy don't miss. He's got the clutch gene. Like, if you watch basketball, he's got that clutch gene. You know what I'm saying? Joan Laporta moving like Durant. You know what I'm saying? But it just is what it is. Only Barca. And also, if he said 3 months, then why are you signing it? Exactly. Bro, you posted out like twice on Twitter, right? I thought Ter Stegen was going to stand on his word. So I'm just so surprised at what's happening. I don't understand either. And this is the thing. Nobody actually really knows what happened in that meeting with Joan Laporta and Ter Stegen. What happened? It was a huge disagreement. Ter Stegen would say, I'm not going to do nothing. I'm not helping you guys. You guys want me out? We got you. What's it called? We got the guy that is going to replace you, right? Jan Garcia, we brought him there. Remember Ter Stegen, the first... bro, I find it crazy. People are forgetting the whole scenario with Ter Stegen. The guy was hiding in the gym because he didn't want to train with Hansi Flick. He didn't want to see Hansi Flick face to face. And now people just think that he just did this a favor for Barca. Are you sure? That's what I'm saying. Did Joan Laporta, did he hold him hostage? He said, yo, you're trying to hold us hostages. Watch this. He pulled up to his house. Bro, I can't lie. Joan Laporta on smoke. That's one thing I'll give him, bro. When you piss off Joan Laporta, he's going to come back, bro. BS, nothing about Leonard Warren. Yeah, I don't know what people are saying about that. I don't understand it. Let's see, bro. Also, I think that he's helping the club. I think that maybe he doesn't want to. I don't get it, to be honest. I'm sorry, Twisty. Whenever I try to justify this move by Ter Stegen and Joan Laporta to get to this agreement, at the end of the day, it doesn't make sense. At the end of the day, whenever I try to add all the pieces together, it doesn't make sense. That's just my thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I still think, guys, hot take, I still think he's getting booed regardless. You know what I'm saying? Normal time. Maybe for y'all, it's normal time. Bro, are you crazy? Are you guys kidding me? Bro, I had to legit wake up I had to put 17 alarms to wake up for the preseason games. Thank God, Barcelona, we play at a decent time. I've never been so thankful to have 9 a.m., 10 a.m. games. Bro, waking at 2 a.m. is no joke. I don't know how the Asian, big up India, China, you know what I'm saying, Japan, Korea, right, Pakistan. Bro, I cannot do that. That's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I cannot wake up like that every single day. Bro, I have a job. I'm sorry. I cannot do that. You know what I'm saying? This is why I don't critique Laporta when he plays dirty to deal with people like Ter Stegen. Yeah, Joan Laporta can play dirty. That's an absolute fact. I'm destined to watch football at 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. Bro, Eugene, you're a madman, bro. You're an absolute madman. I can't lie. My thoughts, he must leave. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, Ter Stegen's got to dip, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's got to bounce, bro. But let me read the chat, bro. Let me see what you guys are saying. What's it called? Bro, I'm telling you, Joan Laporta is on smoke. People don't think that I don't know. Bro, this is not the first time he's done stuff like that. This is just the biggest moment. I feel like he's like, what? Well, you want to play against me? Okay. But it just is what it is. My president, for real, bro. What is the new starting back line? Bro, people don't think, listen, this is the thing. People are saying that, okay, but it's just one time Joan Laporta did this. Bro, remember how Xavi left? Everybody disagreed with how Xavi left, but Xavi legit said that this Barcelona team, I don't know if we can compete with Real Madrid. Bro, just 2 days later, Joan Laporta said, leave my club. What you just said, you showed weakness. Get out of my club. Joan Laporta is an absolute dog. This guy's got a dog. When Gavi's on smoke, Jan Laporta's on smoke, all these guys on smoke. You don't think Barcelona's going to get back to the top? Bro, Xavi said, yo, I don't know if I can compete with Real Madrid. And, bro, even if I disagree with the whole situation, he said, what? Jan Laporta said, what? What'd you say? Okay. I'm saying he showed him the door. That's just Jan Laporta. This is what he's done. This is what he does, bro. So it just is what it is, bro. It just is what it is, bro. He's gonna leave in January. I think Ter Stegen's gonna leave next year, bro. If he leaves in January, that would be a blessing, though. I hope he does, because it's gonna be a problem once again to register these guys. Bro, he was told. Let me see this. Actually, hold on. Let me read the chat. Like probably 3 more chats, and then I'm gonna get back to the next topic, guys. Because I just had to say it. Because nobody, all these Barca content creators, nobody's number one's really talking about it in depth. And then the second part is that like nobody's saying that from the start, bro. This was a huge disagreement, and people are just like, putting it under the rug, like they don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, how did this all happen? How did it unfold? He was legit told he wasn't even the third choice goalkeeper. That's my thing. I just don't fully get it. Not even Tebas. Bro, Tebas has been trying to destroy Barcelona's reputation. And Jan Laporta does good thing after good thing. Listen, and this is why, right? You're saying Laporta hype. But that's why I back Laporta. But I admit, I'm not a Laporta glazer because I always say Laporta, he's taken his L's. Nobody's can take it away from that. Laporta has taken his L's. Absolute fact. With Messi, right? The Xavi situation was a bit of an L, even though at the end, I think it was a W. We got Hansi Flick, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, there is things that, big up Eugen. I don't know where you're from, by the way. Sleeping right now. That's like the middle of the day for me. So big up to you, Eugen, all the time, right? That's why I just like, Jan Laporta, he's taking his L's. But at the end of the day, I still think he's the right president for the job. You know what I'm saying? Big up Barca Reacts. What's your expectations? At least 2 trophies. I want back-to-back La Ligas. Right? And then, bro, let's see what we can do. Roll the dice in the UCL. I think Barcelona in the UCL, we got to be UCL semis every single year. Because that's what Bayern do, right? When they're at their top. Barcelona used to do that. You got to be in the semis every single year. And who knows, right? You can win it. Whenever you're in the semis, whenever you're the last 4, anybody can win it. Honestly, right? Ter Stegen's got to go. Bro, Diamond, big up to you. I absolutely agree. I hope Ter Stegen never plays again. He's a criminal. Listen, I can't even lie. It's kind of crazy. Criminal is crazy. Like, the guy at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, like, I feel like people always are not objective. I know what you're saying, though. I've been Ter Stegen out since 2021. So, listen, I understand what you're saying. Criminal is kind of crazy, bro. It's not like this guy is looting, like, I don't know, Walmart or something. Like, it's not that deep. It's just that it's for our football club and we care so much. Big up Jamaica in the house. Yo, big up to you guys, bro. Yo, you guys really like talking about Ter Stegen. Yo, the chat. I can't even lie, bro. Big up to the chat, bro. Smash up the likes and subscribe, right? We got over 30 people in the building, right? Let's try to get some. Guys, let's see what we're doing. Guys, we're on 20 likes. Let's try to get 32 likes right now, guys. Let's try to get at least 30 likes. Guys, smash up the likes and subscribe to the channel, bro. I live in Thailand, but from Russia. Bro, that's ridiculous, bro. Russia. Yo, big up, bro. Listen, I was about to say something about your president. Yo, do you mess with your president? I don't know. I might get demonetized if I speak about politics. I'm not doing that, guys. I'm not speaking about politics. I can't lie, bro. But I will say with Russia, they got some big stuff going on right now. Everybody knows what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. You know what, guys? Let me read the chat, bro. Let me speed run this, though, because I do want to get on to the next topic, which is actually going to be Lewandowski, Dani Olmo, and the Joan Gamper game. I cannot wait to talk about that. I got some hot takes, and we got some Rashford news that I do want to speak about. But, right, now for Ter Stegen, he's on some BS. But I'm going to say this. It's not on him to ensure Barca are able to register players. That's on the club. Absolute fact. This was the last thing I was going to say. Jan Laporta and Deco, I don't care. I understand Bartomeu's put this club in a sticky situation, but at the end of the day, we always do this. We always kick the can down the road. We always do these stupid contracts that we give players so much money towards the end. And then we have to restructure it again and again and again. And then we have to get lucky that the players just relieve. You know, they basically give up the money for free. Like, we did this with PK. PK gave up the money. We did this with so many guys. Bro, I believe Xavi Hernandez, as the manager, let go of half of his salary so many times. Like Jordi Alba, all these guys, they let Barcelona off the hook. Barcelona, Laporta, Deco, one thing they have to do, Bro, please learn from this. Bro, Barcelona cannot always be begging players to just get rid of their money. At the end of the day, if I'm looking at it as an employee, right, and my employer is saying, yo, brother, I can't give you money anymore. Bro, what do you mean? We negotiated the contract. What are you talking about? Like, Barcelona, I'm not going to lie to you guys. You guys might laugh, but I'm being serious. If I'm being fair, right, Barcelona are like that one friend that owes you $1,000. You know what I'm saying? Y'all went on a vacation earlier in the year, right? And Barcelona is that one friend that owes you bare money, but that guy's always on another vacation. Like, dude, can you pay me back first? Like, bro, you owe me 1K. You know what I'm saying? And you're in Thailand. Bro's in Japan. Bro's in Australia living his life. And you can't even give me my money back. Like, that's how we kind of be moving. I'm not going to lie. Like, it is true. Like, I feel like nobody admits that. You know what I'm saying? But it just is what it is. Let me see this. Can I be mod? Bro, bro, listen, if you're here consistently, bro, I don't even think I have any mods, bro. You know what I'm saying? Winning La Liga is not that well. I understand, but we haven't done back-to-back since 2019. So that's what I will say. We need La Liga again. We need to get that. Yeah, once we dominate La Liga, listen, if you dominate La Liga, you have to be doing good in the UCL. That's my thing. And we haven't even dominated La Liga. We have 2 La Ligas in the last 3 years, but we haven't done back-to-back since 18-19 because we won it in 17-18 the year before. So that's my thing. With the system, we have to go back-to-back. Yeah, I hope so, bro. We have a great chance. Do you think we're better than Real Madrid? Yeah, I do think so. But because Real Madrid have a new manager, new system, all these things, like, it's going to be difficult to see, right? It's going to be difficult, you know what I'm saying, for them to start off the season. He's looting Barca's money for doing nothing. Araujo about to do a hat-trick of selling. If Araujo sells again, then I can't defend him. Like, I'm one of the last guys, I feel like. Guys, I'll just say this. I'm one of the last guys that I still think Araujo can turn it around. I know a lot of Barcelona fans, they've given up on him, but I'm like, dude, you can turn it around. I've given up on guys like Frankie before, and he's kind of turning it around. I've given up on so many guys at Barcelona, and some of them, bro, I gave up on Ousmane Dembele like 10 times. And the guy won the UCL with PSG. Like, I promise you, the way I'm feeling about Ronald Araujo is not the same how I felt about Dembele. I thought Dembele was never going to make it. Ever. Forget PSG. Ever as a footballer. It came to a point where the guy gets injured for fun. The guy smiles. The guy sneezes the wrong way. He's out for 3 months. Like, bro, I thought he was done. I would love a UCL Tomac. Don't get me wrong. Bro, listen, do not get me started. When Neymar scored that goal in the 3-1, bro, you know what type of emotions I was feeling? I haven't felt those emotions in years, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was like levitating when Neymar scored that 3rd goal in Berlin, bro. I can't believe it. Yeah, bro, West Coast, California, bro. Yo, Eugene, I'm just joking. Eugene, you really think I'm going to speak politics? Like, dog, like, that's the last thing I really talk about, bro. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? You notice not even Perez try anything. Bro, Laporta on smoke. But, guys, I do want to actually, right? I do want to get back. Bro, Messi or Ronaldo? Messi all day, bro. Guys, I do want to actually, right? I want to get back to, listen. I do want to get back to news. Guys, I'll get back to all the chats, right? At the end, right? We can do a little Q&A and all that. But I do want to, and guys, smash up the likes. Are you not entertained? Bro, it's been a W live stream so far. W chat. Bro, that's why you guys got to have post notifications on. You got to have the notice on so you don't miss lives like this. The watch-alongs, very similar to to this. Just we're watching the game at the same time. But the Barca news recaps are absolute fire. And you know what? I think I'm going to just do Barca Madness. That's what it's going to be called. Because, bro, Barcelona, like, we always got some BS going on. Like, I can't have one normal day at this club. Like, bro, I promise. I went to the airport. I was like, you know what? I told my cousin, you know what? I got you. I don't think any news is going to go crazy, right? Inigo leaves my club. Out of nowhere. No, there's no reports of it. Barcelona, just give me 1 week where I can just sleep normal. You know what I'm saying? Just relax. But it is what it is, bro. This is what we signed up for as Barca fans. Like, it is what it is. But I do want to actually move on and speak about the Joan Gamper game because we're going to do a bit of a preview, right? But, guys, you guys already know the tradition. Barcelona tradition, Marcus Rashford, Joan Garcia, Ronnie Bardi, all posing as they're the new transfers for the... Yo, my bad, bro. They're posing, right? How do I say this, right? So basically, every year, guys, right? For the Joan Gamper game, all the transfers, they get together, right? And they basically touch the trophy, right? Listen, it just is what it is. This is Barcelona tradition, right? And Hansi Flick, he's going to be playing the starters. And I'm not surprised. This is also Barcelona tradition. We always have the starters playing the Joan Gamper game. And we're going to be playing against Cesc Fabregas, Sergio Roberto, and Como. So we're going to see some guys like Fabregas back at, not the Camp Nou, but back in Barcelona. You know what I'm saying? Sergio Roberto, when he scored that goal against PSG in that 6-1. Oh, my God. You know what's crazy? That day, I genuinely believe we were going to come back, and we did. That's one of the best games I've ever watched. At 3-1 down, I thought it was over. And then Neymar with the complete ultimate takeover. The best 10 minutes you're ever going to see from a football player in history. Neymar's takeover in the Camp Nou. I can't believe it. I can't wait till we go back to the Camp Nou to see moments like that again. I can't. Bro, I promise you guys, Neymar's takeover at the Camp Nou for just 8-9 minutes was ridiculous. At that moment, I was thinking, yo, he's on Messi's level. Listen, I know it's crazy. Lionel Messi's the GOAT. But when you're on smoke, hit a free kick like that. You listen, they cannot stop you. Matter of fact, he wanted to take the penalty. He was on smoke. But guys, that's besides the point, bro. Neymar Jr., there's a reason why he's right there. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite players, bro. I need to watch, bro. I need Barcelona. Get back to the Camp Nou, bro. What I grew up on was a young Neymar doing madness. Alexis Sanchez had to leave because this brother right here, Neymar Jr., was on smoke. He was unbelievable. What a footballer. But listen, bro. Whenever I speak about Neymar, I just get so passionate. What a football player, bro. I wish he stayed. But going back to the Joan Gamper, right, against Como, basically, Hansi Flick's going to play the starters. It's Barcelona tradition to play the starters in the Joan Gamper, right? And basically, this is the big news. This is the big news today. Actually, yesterday, I don't know, earlier today, whatever it is, 13 hours ago, Lewandowski is injured. And not is he just injured. People were saying discomfort. He's out for 3 weeks. So not only is he going to miss the Joan Gamper, he's going to miss the opening 2 games of La Liga. And honestly, guys, probably the third. Because he's probably going to miss the first game against Mallorca, the second and third. And then he's probably going to come back after the international break. That's my prediction. But if I'm being honest, this is a pretty big loss. And Hansi Flick, he's going to have to figure something out on the fly. Lewandowski, regardless of what you think, the reports earlier this summer was saying that Lewandowski might have been a rotational player this year. You know what I'm saying? Having a lesser role at Barcelona, which I still believe is true. But till this point, Hansi Flick was still starting Robert Lewandowski as his starter. You know what I'm saying? In the preseason. And I thought Lewandowski would have been a starter for probably half the year at least. I still think the old man, 37, this man, listen, I know he dyed his hair bald. He's still old, bro. He's about to be 37. And he's out for 3 weeks. At the end of the day, this is a pretty big loss. This guy, I always say it, Lewandowski, even when he's not playing that good, even when Barca are not playing that good, he picks up a goal. He's the best goal scorer, the poacher. When it comes to he's not having a good game, and he always finds the back of the net. We've seen it so many times for Barcelona, time and time again. He is one of the best, if not the best poacher I've ever seen. He has that over Erling Haaland. He has that over, Luis Suarez. That's the one thing. As a poacher, tap-ins, ugly goals. That is just a bunch of ricochets, and then he scores. Lewandowski is that guy. And you know what's crazy? If you score a crazy free kick, right, or a tap-in, it all counts the same. So Lewandowski is going to be a big miss. And you know what's crazy? Some people are saying that Marcus Rashford, there's some reports saying that Marcus Rashford, once again, is going to be taking Robert Lewandowski's place. And this is why I wanted to bring this up. Guys, and I'll get to the chat. Don't worry, I'll get to the chat. But I do want to show you guys. Let me actually move my camera before I forget. Let me move my camera. Hold up. Let me do this. I bet. So, guys, what I do want to show you guys is this, basically. What are you guys expecting? The Joan Gamper game, right? Against Como. Smash up the likes and subscribe. How many YouTubers actually break it down like this and do a preview on the fly? You know what I'm saying? Usually I do videos for previews, right, in the future, but, right, smash up the likes and subscribe. Are you not entertained? But I do want to actually do this because I think Joan Garcia is going to start. Cabarca is going to start, right? Who is going to start as the left center back? I think Christensen, he's been good on the preseason. I think Christensen is still going to start. Balde, definitely going to start. Koundé is going to start. Guys, the starters always start in the Joan Gamper. Typically, it's tradition. It's always what we do. The second half really is the last part of preseason where you're not going to see the starters, where you might see a guy like, I don't know, a Dro play one more time, a Tony play one more time, a Joffrey play one more time as a starter. You know, not a starter, but actually playing minutes. That second half is really the last part of preseason. The first half, I'm expecting us to look good, but The real question is this, because I didn't mention it yet, but Dani Olmo also has discomfort. So who is going to be Barcelona's striker and also the cam? I want to see. And let me say this first. I don't hate Ferran. Ferran's been on smoke. It's been shark season all year long. And you know what? Ferran Torres, I'm not going to even lie to you guys. He looks very sharp once again. But I have to say it. I think that Marcus Rashford, I want to see his more. If it was a UCL final tomorrow, give me Ferran starting. But for a young Gamper, I kind of want to see Rashford. Let me tell you guys why. Ferran Torres is an elite bench player. He always scores off the bench. And one more thing. Ferran Torres, he's proven to work in this Flick system. But if we're going to experiment one more time, I want to see Rashford as the 9. I know what I'm getting from Ferran. I know it's going to work. And I don't really care. Like, it's not nothing new. It's not, you know what I mean? I kind of find it boring. Like, I know Ferran is going to work. But it's the young Gamper. This is not the UCL final. Once again, if it was a UCL final tomorrow and we were in this situation right now, give me Ferran Torres. 100% give me Ferran Torres. But once again, it's not a UCL final. It's not even a La Liga game. I just want to see what Hansi Flick experiments with Rashford. As for the number 10, guys, I want to see Fermin Lopez. Because, listen, I'm going to say one more name that I do want to see at the number 10. But Fermin Lopez, I kind of do want to see him, right? We've seen Dro. I want to see Fermin working with Rashford. I want to see Fermin with Lamine Yamal. That works. Fermin with Rafinha, right? But one thing that I do want to say is that if there is a one youngster that I do want to see at the 10 position, guys, it's not Dro. It's not guys like Dani Olmo. He's injured, right? I actually want to see Tony Fernandez. Like, if we take out Fermin Lopez, I do want to see Fermin, right? Because he hasn't got that much minutes, right, in preseason. But if I am removing Fermin, right, the one guy that I do want to see, I don't even know if he has a face, bro. Let's just leave it. I don't even think Tony Fernandez, is he even on this? Bro, do they even know who Tony Fernandez is? I don't think they do, bro. They don't know who he is. But if there is one guy, right, at the number 10 position that I do want to see outside of Fermin, it's actually Tony Fernandez. He played so good in the last preseason game. What a goal he scored. What a way that he linked up with Dani Olmo and Rashford. What a goal that was. So I don't know what you guys are saying. Who do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see Fermin Lopez? Do you guys want to see Rashford or Ferran Torres? Tell me what you guys are trying to see. And also, so striker, cam, left center back. Christensen, are you guys saying? Or Araujo or Gerard Martin? You know what, guys? If Gerard Martin starts tomorrow, I will start believing the fans that are saying Gerard Martin is the guy moving forward. Because whether I like it or not, if Flick is wanting Gerard Martin, then fair enough. But I don't see it yet. You know what I'm saying? If he starts Gerard Martin, though, once again, I believe that is a message to the fan base. He's going to be starting regardless. He's the only left-footed center back, and I want one of those. It's going to be crazy. I cannot, guys, do not miss the game. Do not miss the watch along. Make sure to smash the likes right now and subscribe to the channel. But let me get back to the chat, bro. I do not want to ignore you guys. Big up to everybody giving up their time, you know what I'm saying, to pull through, right, for the live. But let me actually read the chat because I do want to see what you guys are saying. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Hold up. Dang, yo, the chat, absolute W's in the chat, bro. I can't even lie. This chat's been exploding, bro. I can't even lie. Yo. Let me try to go back on topic. Try to go back on topic, bro. We really need to get a striker. Yeah, John, we'll get a striker next year. Lewandowski's injured. To be honest, I'm not too worried though. I'm not really too worried. You know what I'm saying? Bro, watch both Madrid teams beat us and be above us. I don't think so. Atletico, bro, with Simeone is washed, bro. But, guys, let me try to read the chats that are on topic, bro. We should win. Obviously, we should still win. I think that, honestly, Fermin Lopez, yeah, Reha, I think that Fermin Lopez is going to get the start tomorrow because Dani Olmo's out, right? I don't think he's going to start Dro again. Like, I know I like Dro, but at the same time, are we really going to start Dro ahead of Fermin Lopez again? Like, I just don't think that's going to happen. And once again, Dro started that one game because Fermin Lopez had discomfort. I think Fermin Lopez is fine now. So, I just don't see it. You know what I'm saying? But, let me see. Aston Villa going to buy Ferran? Nah, I think Ferran's going to stay, bro. Nah, not Ferran. Bro, fair enough. And I don't know. Guys, I don't know, guys. Ferran or Rashford. Tomorrow, guys, I'm telling you guys, if it was a UCL final, give me Ferran Torres. If it was a UCL final tomorrow, he's proven that he works. But tomorrow, I want to experiment with Rashford as the 9. Like, last game, it looked amazing, bro. Tony Fernandez, Dani Olmo, Rashford, that link up as the striker. Bro, Rashford honestly was better as a striker than a left winger, which is actually very weird. I'm not going to lie. Big up Eugene all the time. Christensen has to be there. Yeah, I think Christensen is going to start, bro. But, guys, I'm just saying, bro, you guys are hearing it here first. If Gerard Martin starts tomorrow, that is a huge, huge statement that Hansi Flick is making to the fan base, saying, I want a left-footed center back, and Gerard Martin is my guy. If Flick does that, then he's telling the fan base, guys, Gerard Martin is the one guy who's definitely starting. I need a left-footed center back. For me, I disagree. Like, I understand it's a big part of the system, but are you sure? That's what I would ask Hansi Flick. Are you sure you want Gerard Martin as your starter? I just don't know about it. I have serious doubts about Gerard Martin defensively. We really should be careful not to get our important players injured in the Joan Gamper. Yeah, but we usually do play the starters. That's the one thing. We always start the starters when it comes to the Joan Gamper game. It's tradition. We always do. You know what I'm saying? The first half is the starters. That's going to probably start the first game of La Liga. The second half is going to be the guys that are youngsters. Once again, rotating, right? I wish Ferran could be consistent when he starts, but he's not. But it's okay. Ferran Torres has finally found himself a role as the bench scorer. And there's nothing wrong with it. The dude scored 19 goals off the bench. Like, brother, that's amazing. That's amazing output. Half of those goals were off the bench, legitimately. And Ferran Torres, he understands the system. So you guys knew. Everybody knew that it was Tony that I was talking about. Fair enough. Y'all know me. You know what I'm saying? Smash up the likes and subscribe. But I do think Tony Fernandez, I do want to see him one more time. I do want to see him. You know what I'm saying? Gave Gavi, Pedri, and De Jong has to be the midfield. You know what? That's a shout. I think Gavi might start tomorrow as a 10, but I don't really want to see it. Like, I'm not a fan of Gavi 10. I'm not a fan of Pedri 10. I'm not a fan of De Jong 10, bro. I'd rather have Fermin. I'd rather have different guys who are actually number 10s at that position. I can't even... Yo, bro. This cough is absolutely annoying, bro. I can't even lie. Because, guys, I was sick legit yesterday, I believe. And today, I'm fully recovered. That's partially why I'm live today and why I wasn't live the past couple of days. Usually, I'm live 3 or 4 times a week. But I can't lie. The past couple of days, I had a bit of a cough. And that's why I just did videos. But I do like live streams way, way more. You guys already know that, right? Rashford is dead food. I can't wait to send him back to Man United. Did you say that when he had a great performance last game? I understand. You could say, bro, he's playing the BTS, like random Korean, last place in Korea, doesn't matter. But he balled out. You got to give him that. And you know what? He looked absolutely phenomenal, right? And dude, I think Rashford's going to work. Yo, LY30. Let me say this. Fair enough, you have your doubts on Rashford. But what I will say, nobody fails in this Hansi Flick system. Ferran succeeded. I thought I was a Ferran out guy. That's another player. When people say Araujo out, I understand it. I'm not going to even lie to you guys. I 100% understand it. But there's other guys like Dembele, De Jong, another one, Ferran Torres. I wanted this guy gone. Even guys like, honestly, bro, there's been so many players at Barcelona they just switched it around their whole career. Like Ferran Torres, I was so out on him, and Hansi Flick made him work. I can't believe it. That's why Hansi Flick is my manager. If he can get Ferran Torres scoring like a madman, he can do that to Rashford. Rashford is faster. The guy, I think he's more skilled. I think Ferran has a better touch. Probably more clinical right now. But, dude, Rashford at his best, he's a good player. I think Tony would be a great second striker. Absolutely agree. Tony Fernandez is my guy. All these guys like Dro, all these guys like Joffrey. If I'm betting on one kid right now, I'm betting on Tony. That kid looks cold. Like, I'm telling you guys right now, Tony Fernandez is so unlucky that Lamine Yamal is the same age as him. That he's so unlucky that we bought Ronnie Barkley, because this guy's a player, bro. He's a good player. Trinidad. These guys are really big up Trinidad, by the way, right? Those guys over here debating that Xabi Alonso is better than Hansi Flick. You know what? Get me whatever they're using, bro. Like, listen, get me whatever they're using. Whatever their type of stuff they're on, listen, get me on that stuff. I would like to, you know what I'm saying? I want to contact that dealer. If you're comparing Xabi Alonso with Hansi Flick, number one, find shame. Number two, let me contact the dealer. That's all I'm going to say. That's ridiculous. With Hansi Flick, sextuple winning manager. Yeah, bro, excited for that lineup. Yeah, guys, let me show you guys. Hey, guys, I'll get the chat. Go, guys, bro, the chat's been absolutely popping. I can't even lie, bro. Alex Baena will cook us. Good player, but I don't really care, bro. I'm not going to lie. Dude, there's no way you're scared of Atletico. I'm not fearing Atleti. I'm sorry. With Hansi Flick, I'm sorry. We do not. I don't fear Atletico Madrid. I'm sorry, bro. I put a bet on Barca to finish third. Yeah, bro. Listen, Reha, absolute facts. You're losing money, buddy. Listen, bro, you about to be like Barcelona. You about to be broke again, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe that. We're not finishing third. Second at worst, bro. And Martin, we trust. You know what, guys? Let me actually go back to, let me share my screen one more time. Guys, so hold up. Because I can't even get to all the chat messages, guys. I'm not even trying to be messed up, right? I'm trying to read as many chats as I can. But overall, guys, is this lineup a good one? If we start off like this, right? I don't think it's a bad lineup. You got Rashford, hopefully moving around, you know what I'm saying, just doing damage. Rashford, he was dropping in. When I saw the last preseason game, there's something there. He was dropping in, and Tony was picking up the 9 position. They do it with Fermin. Fermin does that naturally. You know what? I want to see Tony, though. What if Hansi Flick starts Tony? Guys, let me cook. What if he starts Tony? What if Tony makes the first team completely? What if Dro and Tony are just part of the roster? In my opinion, Tony Fernandez had the best performance out of all the youngsters in preseason. Overall performance, Dro scored the best goal. But when it comes to just overall performance, all the youngsters, Tony's performance in the last game was so not talked about. What a performance. The way that he linked up with Dani Olmo and Rashford. Bro, he looks like he gets it. And you know what? He's not like Lamine Yamal who's out wide. He's more like in this position. Tony Fernandez, a lot of people might find it crazy. And this is a hot take. He kind of reminds me of Antoine Griezmann. In a way, a young Griezmann at Sociedad, though, a young Griezmann for France. You know, a young Griezmann with Atletico Madrid. He kind of reminds me of the way that he is. He's not really a dribbler, but he's a tidy left-footer player, can do a trivela, smart player. He's a very smart, high IQ player. He kind of reminds me of a young Antoine Griezmann more than a dribbler. You know what I'm saying? Like Lamine Yamal. I know a lot of people, they compare him to Lamine because the age, also because they're both wingers, but he's not really the out-wide winger. He's more way inside, tucked in, second striker. That's his best role. I think Tony Fernandez, Hansi Flick, please keep him in the roster. I think he's a good player. But listen, I just wanted to give you guys my final thoughts on that, basically that roster. But you know what, guys? Let me just read the chat probably for like 5-6 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to ignore you guys, and there's a lot of comments, bro. I can't even lie. Yo, you know what? While I'm reading the chat, right? Let's say this. Guys, are you guys trusting if Gerard Martin is the left-footed center back for the whole year, if he's the starter? If Gerard Martin, Hansi Flick puts his foot down and he says Gerard Martin is starting no matter what, are you guys okay with that? Because for me, I still have doubts. Get this guy out of here. Now, bro, Shane, listen, people can have disagreements. You know what, Shane, I'll tell you something for free, Shane. I was a doubter, not in Hansi Flick, but overall last year, I didn't think we would be good. Like, I thought maybe we would finish, maybe get a Copa del Rey, but the domestic trouble, no way. I did not see that, you know what I'm saying? Dembele missed that sitter against Liverpool, yeah, which ended us costing us. Bro, I can't believe Ousmane Dembele won the Champions League and might win the Ballondor. I can't believe it. Yo, if I'm being the bottom of my heart, that's one guy I never thought was going to succeed. Overall, like 3 years into Barcelona, this guy, bro, he played like one season's amount of games. 3 years in, it was ridiculous. Ousmane Dembele, the guy was always injured, and even then, in the big moments, we couldn't rely on him, and now he might win the Ballon d'Or. Has there ever been a redemption story like that in sports? Big up my guy, Barca Volume, right? Because no one wants them, and they do not want to leave. I absolutely agree. Let me read the chat, though. Hold up. Let me read the chat. Big up to your channel. Yo, Trinidad once again. Listen, bro. All these people from Trinidad supporting up. Bro, listen. Big up to the Caribbean. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I might have to go there on vacation one time. You know what I'm saying? Let me read this, though. So you guys like the lineup. Fair enough, bro. Fair enough. Feel like La Masia, youngster, may get a surprising start. It might happen, bro. It's the last chance, really. Lamine Yamal is so good. He's unreal. Yeah, dude, I do think that Lamine's amazing. Ronnie, right wing. Ronnie's more of a right winger than Tony, though. Ronnie stays as a right winger when I feel like Tony tucks in a lot. He's like a second striker. Hear me out. Ronnie's going to push Lamine. That guy's a baller. I think Ronnie might give him a run for his money, but, dude, I'm going to be so real. Lamine Yamal is so clear. It's not even funny. Lamine Yamal is so clear. Winning La Liga actually not makes me happy anymore. I want the UCL, nothing less. I hear it, but it's not as easy as that. The UCL, that's why I said Barca need to be a team that are always in the semifinals year after year, and you're going to win it eventually. It's just going to happen. It's going to happen. If you're in these semis every single year, it's going to happen. You're going to get lucky one year. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather see Araujo play. Maybe. Let's see. That's also a statement. If Araujo plays If Araujo plays tomorrow, that's another statement that Hansi Flick trusts him. Let's see what happens. That's why tomorrow, the starters actually matter for the Joan Gamper game. The other preseason games, it doesn't matter. Hansi Flick legitimately could have, I don't know, used ChatGPT for the lineup. But for like tomorrow, usually, it's tradition to play the starters in a Joan Gamper game. So we'll see what happens. Nah, bro, Gerard Martin has to do more. Exactly. I don't trust Gerard Martin still. I'm sorry, guys. If you let Dumfries have legacy game back to back, he had one game at the Olympic Stadium. Absolute legacy game. Dumfries absolutely has never had a game like that in his career. And you know what he did on Gerard Martin? He did it again. That's my one flaw with Gerard Martin. Are you sure, Hansi Flick, that you're actually going to put your foot down? Because last year, you loved Gerard Martin. You said he's going to be on the roster. When a lot of people were going to be like, are you sure? I think Alex Valle, Gerard Martin beat him out. But then now you're going one further that he might be the starting center back. I don't know. I feel like Hansi Flick's doing a bit too much. That's really it. Like, I'm not going to lie. I just think that's a bit too much. Xabi Alonso, bro. Xabi Alonso is not more impressive than Hansi Flick. Great undefeated season, but once again, Hansi Flick won a sextuple. He won the most dominant UCL campaign that we've seen in probably the last 5, 6, 7 years. Easily. Hansi Flick's Bayern Munich was a force to be reckoned with. Like, they were serious. Bro, we know it firsthand, bro. I saw the 8-2. Bro, we were down 4-1 at like halftime. It was ridiculous, bro. Why do we even concede 4 goals in that first? Bro, guys, this is why, guys, and people always think it's a hot take. When people always say, what's the worst game that you watched as a Barca fan? It has to be that Liverpool game at Anfield, because that UCL was in the bag. You got Tottenham Hotspur in the final. Barcelona are not losing a UCL final, and especially to Tottenham, and you lost to Liverpool. You know what? That game, I can't believe we lost. Till this day, I couldn't believe it. I was in high school at the time. I could not believe that we lost that game. That's why the Inter game, it hurt me. But as much as we went out sad, the players gave it their all. They tried. Against Anfield, I feel like the players gave up. They put their heads down. This Barca team went down 2-0 at the San Siro and showed character, but we're stupid. That's the one problem. Barcelona are good. We're a very good team, but at times, we're just dumb. You know, we're young and we're reckless. And we're not making smart decisions. And Hansi Flick, I think you got to park the bus just for 5 minutes, bro. The team's been struggling the whole tie against Inter on the counter, on the corners. Are you sure that you... Listen, I just have my questions. But, yeah, I don't even want to speak about Liverpool. Big up Giannis, bro. He started his career as a center back. I don't know Gerard Martin. I just don't know about it still, guys. I still don't know about Gerard Martin. If we win La Liga again and be a threat in the UCL and see where it gets us in the third year... Hey, bro, listen, I'll be cool with that too, but I do want to obviously win the Champions League. Like, let's not lie to ourselves. The Champions League is a huge trophy. That is the biggest trophy in club football, I feel like, right? Maybe the Club World Cup gets there, but the Champions League, bro, I'm telling you guys, where were you guys when we won that? Listen, when we won in 2015, bro, I'm not even joking. When Neymar celebrated and went shirtless, bro, I'm telling you guys, I felt like I was levitating. It was like, we finally did it. You know what I'm saying? That's probably the feeling I'm going to get when I reach like 50K subs. If I reach 50K subs, I'm going to be like, yo, I made it. I finally made it. But like legit, I was levitating when Neymar scored. I could not believe it. You know what I'm saying? I understand the position of the club. We are broke. Yeah, bro, listen. I understand. I know what you're saying. We'll see. But guys, I do want to actually, right, get back and let's probably speak about probably the last thing, right, for today, right? The last topic. But I do want to actually go ahead and speak about the Joan Gamper, guys. What is your prediction for the Joan Gamper? For me, I'm going to say I think we win like a 3-1 game. I think it's going to be competitive. We're not playing, part-time, engineers, from Korea and Japan. Shout out my Asian community. But we're not playing guys who are, these men, bro, we're not playing these guys, bro. We're not playing the Asian All-Stars. We're not, bro. We're not. We're playing Como, Italian team. Very, very promising project, says Fabregas. I think, you know what? Como, they're good. They're going to give us a run for their money. They're probably going to defend well. I think 3-1 will probably be respectable. Hopefully we see some good goals. But I do want to actually move on and speak about one more thing because it's not even just this. Like, if I'm looking at the news, I was going to talk about this. Basically, Inigo's exit could keep Joffrey at the first team. So, guys, I do want to say this. If Gerard Martin is the Inigo replacement and now we need a left back, I could 100% see this. I actually believe this report because we're not going to, guys, the reports are Barcelona. We're not going to go into the market for another center back. So what that tells me is that Gerard Martin is the Inigo replacement. By the way, huge question marks on that still. Still, I'm not 100% bought in on that, but let's just say he is, right? Gerard Martin is the replacement for Inigo. That means Joffrey Torrens is definitely, most definitely, going to be the replacement for Alejandro Balde as the backup, which I'm okay with that. Joffrey, in my opinion, he's more of an athlete than Gerard Martin. Joffrey, he has that Fermin Lopez engine. He gets down and up the pitch all the time. The guy's stronger. The guy's faster. He's got a tank in him. You know what I'm saying? That Valverde on Real Madrid has, that Fermin has. He has similarities in that regard. But Gerard Martin, he's not really an athlete. This guy can pass the ball. He's sometimes got a decent cross. I can't even lie. His crossing sometimes out of this world. I wish Alejandro Balde had that cross, but it just is what it is. But I do believe this report. And ultimately, it is what it is. If we're that broke that we can't afford a center back, who cares, bro? Gerard Martin, listen, Gerard Martin season, bro. Guys, hey, we're here for it. It just is what it is. What can we do? Guys, you know what it is. Genuinely, guys, listen. Beggars cannot be choosers sometimes, guys. When Barcelona are so broke that they just got to rely on within, bro, just let it be. You know what? Beggars can't be choosers. We saw with La Masia every single time. Whenever we need La Masia to pull through for us, they always do. When Ousmane Dembele left Barcelona for PSG, I thought we were cooked. You know what? It was the best thing that happened because now we have Lamine Yamal and Rafinha who stepped up. Not one, always people say Lamine Yamal, but also Rafinha. He felt the responsibility to step up and he absolutely delivered. So, you know what? Sometimes these situations, Inigo, maybe Gerard Martin is just that guy. Who knows what's going to happen, but we'll see. But I do want to actually quickly talk about this, right? Marc Bernal, apparently, his return is rumored to be September 14th against Valencia. You know, a lot of people thought he was going to come earlier, but I did say this. I did say that in September, October is probably when I expect to see Marc Bernal because, dude, guys, look how Hansi Flick handled Gavi's ACL. He gave him so much time. Gavi was given so much time to recover from the ACL. I think Marc Bernal, honestly, guys, from October to maybe January, February, he's going to be in and around the team. He's going to be like our 4th, 5th choice midfielder. But I feel like that after April, you know, the last 3-4 months of the season, he might be playing a lot more. You know, in the next season, guys, get ready for it next season. I'm talking about a year time from now. We're going to be speaking about who should be starting, Marc Bernal or Frenkie de Jong. Because Marc Bernal, once again, as a fit in the system, he can play the single pivot. He can also, that's if we go back to a 4-3-3, we can play a single pivot with Marc Bernal. He's tidy on the ball. He reminds me of not Busquets. A lot of people say Busquets, but a left-footed Rodri. I really think that, you know what? Marc Bernal, he can play a 4-2-3-1. He can play as a single pivot in a 4-3-3. I think Marc Bernal and Pedri, if you have those two in the heart of the midfield, that screams Barcelona. That is a Barcelona midfield through and through. Both of them Spanish. Both of them are ballers. And you know what? I think that works. I think Marc Bernal and Pedri, that would be awesome to watch. But listen, this wasn't even about Marc Bernal. I just wanted to say my thoughts. But guys, did you guys see? Guys, I just want to say quick thoughts, right? I'm going to get to the chat probably in like a minute or two. What are you guys saying about the Ballondor? Hold up. Let me move my screen. Hold up. I just realized this. But I do want to show you guys this because this is the final thing. What are you guys saying about the Ballondor? Because they released a top 30, and I have a couple of takes about this. One, the first take is that a top 30 is so dead. Like, bro, a top 30 has no suspense. What am I supposed to say? Julian Alvarez missed out. That's the only thing that I'm going to be surprised about. But if I'm being real with you guys, right? Imagine they had a top 5. Imagine they had a top 10. And guys like Cole Palmer, you know what I'm saying? Imagine like a Rafinha, let's just say for example, or let's say a Hakimi or a Haaland missed out, or a Vinicius or Mbappe missed out. A top 5 would be sick. A top 5, only these 5 players can win the Ballon d'Or. A top 5 would be awesome. Imagine the talking points. Yo, Lamine Yamal, he somehow missed it. Rafinha somehow missed it. You know what I'm saying? Hakimi missed it, right? Vitinha's not in the top 10. Like, bro, if we had a top 5 or a top 10, I feel like that it would have a lot more talking points. The media, me as a fan, would care a lot more. I would be like, yo, how the heck did Mbappe miss the top 10? If he still scored 40 goals last year. If like Rafinha missed the top 5, I'll be like, what? That's crazy. That's actually crazy. But a top 30 to me, I find it kind of dead. Like, who cares? Like, we have guys like Joan Neves, Scott McTominay. Like, cool, you had great seasons, but once again, like, bro, we have Garassi. You know what I'm saying? Man like Lautaro. Like, I don't care to see these guys. Like, it's a top 30. Are you serious? Like, I feel like it's kind of dead. It feels like an NBA All-Star team, which a couple guys who are not that amazing of players, they're good, right? They're not amazing elite players, make the top 30. That's just my point. But as the Ballondor, I do want to say, this is my last take before I get to the chat. I do think that, listen, guys, and I'm saying it first, if Lamine Yamal wins the Ballon d'Or, I wouldn't be surprised. Because as much as Ousmane Dembele deserves it, right? Sure, he deserves it. He won the treble, right? Was their best attacker. In my opinion, Vitinho was their best player and won the Nations League. But once again, Lamine Yamal, all the voters, a lot of the voters are coming out. And it's not the Spanish ones. It's the German ones. It's the German and Italian ones that are saying, I'm going to vote for Lamine Yamal. So if they're saying that they're going to vote for Lamine Yamal, and listen, I want Lamine to win, but listen, who cares what I want? If the voters are saying from Italy and Germany that I'm going to vote for Lamine Yamal, do not be shocked if Lamine Yamal wins this award. People genuinely think that he's the best player in the world, which is good. I think he's the best player in the world. I think he deserves the Ballon d'Or. But once again, we'll see what happens. But let's get back to the chat. What do you guys say about the Ballon d'Or? Also, right, Joan Gamper, right? Just everything, bro, what we talked about. What are you guys saying? Let me read the chat, bro. Guys, smash up the like, subscribe to the channel, bro. Hey, bro, Musiala and Davies. Big up Zier, bro. Big up Zier all the time. Musiala and Davies not in there. It just is what it is, bro. Hey, Zier, do you think it's crazy that I think that Lamine Yamal is still the best player in the world? I don't care. Listen, guys, I always say I do not care if you think Dembele should win the Ballon d'Or. I don't care. Even Rafinha. Guys, I was fighting off our own fan base. I think Rafinha, if he wins the Ballon d'Or, absolutely, that's cool. But I think Lamine Yamal, I always say he makes the dominoes tick. He's the best player in the world for me. He's the best player on our team. I think Lamine Yamal should be winning the Ballon d'Or. But if Rafinha wins it, you think I'm going to cry? Like, I don't really care. That's cool. That's still my guy. You know what I'm saying? So, it just is what it is. People forget how good Christensen and Araujo partnership was. Yes, I can't lie. Christensen, guys, I want to say this. Flip the Ballon d'Or, bro. I was thinking about it. Guys, are you guys out on Araujo? I know a lot of people are. But this is a very good comment. Christensen and Araujo was a very, very, very good partnership. Remember back, Koundé, Alejandro Balde, Christensen, and Ronald Araujo. That back line, not only were they good, they broke records. We have the record. Can you believe it? Barcelona, a Ronald Araujo-led back line, when he was our best defender, broke the record, the La Liga record. Not some foolish record of the last 10 years. Broke the La Liga defensive record. And I feel like that the fans, one bad year with Hansi Flick, he had the moment against PSG, but I still think, guys, am I crazy to say, I think Ronald Araujo, the stock is low. Guys, I'll say this right now. The stock is low. If you want to be back on Ronald Araujo, the stock is at an all-time low. Listen, I'm telling you guys, invest in it. If you think Ronald Araujo is not going to work, fair enough. I agree. He has huge doubters. I'm not going to lie. He has to prove it. Otherwise, I'm out too if he plays bad this year. But I still think there's a player in him. There's no way 2 years ago you can go from that elite of a defender, elite, and then you just go from a bum. I just don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible. And then he comes back early to preseason, right? Him and Christensen. So, listen, we'll see, right? I know a lot of people are going to hate me for the opinion, but I always got to say this, I don't care. Like, that's why I made a YouTube channel. Because if I have opinions, I don't care if people hate it. Like, you can disagree. It is what it is. I still believe Ronald Araujo can be a player at Barcelona. A lot of people disagree. Most of the fan base disagree, but I still think he can do it. You know what I'm saying? So, some people will call me crazy, but it is what it is. Mark Bernal, the ACL. Yeah, that's the thing. It will take time, but his position is more about positioning and composure. I agree, bro. Rodri. Yeah, bro, I think Mark Bernal is more like Rodri than Sergio Busquets. Sergio Busquets is one of one, bro. One of one. Zero, big up Zero all the time. Big up Yunus. Hey, bro. It's Dembele. Guys, I understand. Vinny and Jude being there. You know what it is? How is Vinicius? How is Vinicius in the top 30? Like, he wasn't top 30, guys. Let's not even lie. The list tells me Yamal should win it. I hope so. Yamal by far is the best player in the world. I don't even think it's close. Jude in there is a disgrace. I don't even rate Jude Bellingham, guys. I don't rate Jude Bellingham. I don't even think he's a good player, bro. I think that what he does, goal scoring, you know what? I take it back. He's a good player overall. he scores goals, but I think he's so overrated. He's good player, overrated though. You know what I'm saying? Rafinha Ballondor. I think Rafinha Ballondor is fair, right? But Lamine Yamal is just that guy, bro. Dumfries. Real talk, Dumfries. Yo, Gerard Martin, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Gerard Martin sometimes, yo, that brother needs to get locked up. Because now people got Dumfries in the UCL, you know what I'm saying, the Ballon d'Or top 30. So it's ridiculous. But Inigo Martinez, right? Get up out of here, bro. Ain't no way he just said that. Ain't no way he just said that, bro. Ain't no way he just said that, bro. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. That's actually crazy, bro. Let me read this. I'm not out on Araujo. I want to actually read this part. I want Lamine Yamal to win so bad. I understand. Araujo can't play high line, and we can't bench Cabarsi. I hear it, Yusuf. Yash. Big up to you, Yash. But my thing is that, why can't you learn? Bro, I've seen dumb players learn. Like, I've seen very dumb players learn how to play a system. Like, there's so many dumb players that play football that they're PMP players. But you can learn. Ousmane Dembele. He was a dumb player at Barcelona. The way that, brother, do you guys remember how Ousmane Dembele used to play sometimes? He would pass when he needs to shoot, and he shoots when he needs to pass. He was a dumb player at Barcelona, and Luis Enrique has got this guy to win the Ballon d'Or. Like, I'm saying it. Ousmane Dembele is probably one of the most low IQ players that I've ever seen as a decision maker. I've never seen a redemption like this. If he can turn it around and people rate him, then why can't Araujo? That's my one thing. We all rated Araujo higher than Ousmane Dembele at Barca. That's not even up for debate. That's my thing. Ousmane Dembele, we never rated him as the best in his position. It wasn't even close. Ousmane Dembele was in and out. He was a flop from the jump. So I just don't understand. You don't rate Araujo, he's a bozo. I'm not an Araujo fan, but I just think that sometimes the criticism is a bit too much. I understand though. It is what it is, bro. Like, but am I lying, guys? Ousmane Dembele was not a good player. Like, at times, yes, we saw it, but I can't lie. That guy sometimes be selling, bro. Like, what he did to Liverpool, bro, he needs to get locked up, bro. I can't lie still. He can come good if he uses his damn brain. Man has everything else, athleticism, but he can be great to the system. I understand, but listen, I don't even know what to say, bro. I know a lot of the fan base, they'll be saying, like, how is... Bro, guys, I can't even lie. I'm looking at this, right? Scott McTominay. I know he had a great year, but to win, not to win, but to be in a Ballondor top 30 is kind of ridiculous. Scott McTominay is better than Jude Bellingham. They're the same level, bro. Lautaro Martinez. Guys, do you guys hear what I'm trying to say? Lautaro Martinez, a guy that we both saw in the World Cup final. This guy was trying to sell Messi on purpose. Is a top 30 player in the world. Like, I find it baffling. Like, I don't know. Guys, football, bro, I can't lie. We need ballers back, bro. Bring back ballers, bro. Actually bring back ballers. Because when I remember the 11, when they did the 5th Pro 11 with, like, Messi, Suarez, Cristiano, Toni Kroos, Iniesta, Sergio Busquets, all these guys, ballers after ballers. And now I'm meant to believe that Ousmane Dembele, right, and guys like Dumfries, and guys like Scott McTominay, right, and Vinicius off a horror season are supposed to be top 30. Like, sorry guys, I'm not subscribing to that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't care. You know what I'm saying? No, I believe Bernal is like Busquets. Hey, fair enough, bro. Everybody has an opinion, right? I just think Rodri is a bit closer too. He can also play double pivot, but it is what it is. Now, I believe the highline shows he ain't the smartest. I agree. Araujo was good under Koeman, and he was good under Xavi. He has not been good under Hansi Flick. That tells me that the high line is the problem. It's not him. I think it's that simple. Like, that's just my thing. But it is what it is. I don't really care, bro, anymore. Araujo has got to do it. Araujo has got to finish it. If Araujo doesn't perform this season, I'm not defending you. Brother, I don't know you. I'm not your boy. I don't get paid to defend Araujo. Like, you guys think I want to do it. I'm just saying my ultimate honest thoughts. But, guys, I think we went a bit too long today, right? Smash up the likes, subscribe, guys. I'm gonna wrap up. Also, guys, be there for the watch along. I'm gonna be doing the watch along. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow at an earlier time, we're gonna start like 40 minutes before the game starts immediately. I cannot wait for the watch along, bro. And I'm gonna get the timer ready. I'm gonna get everything ready. I'm gonna watch all these YouTube videos. Hopefully, should be a W watch along. Hopefully, we beat Como. Honestly, guys, what should we say? Ter Stegen out, guys. Hey, spam Ter Stegen out in the chat, guys. Let's do that. End it off with, guys, spam Ter Stegen out in the chat. Because at the end of the day, he's still getting booed. He's not avoiding it. I don't know, bro, guys. The fans might forget, but I don't think they're going to forget. Guys, Ter Stegen's still getting booed at the Jordi Cruyff Stadium. It doesn't matter. It could be at, America, Russia. We could still be in Asia and Japan. Bro, Ter Stegen is still going to get it, bro. I'm going to be so real. I'm going to be so real with you guys. But, guys, watch along tomorrow against Como. Cannot wait to see what's going on. Bro, Lamine Yamal, come on, bro. I want to see a banger Rashford. I want to see something. But, guys, I'll see y'all soon, right? Y'all know what to do. Post notifications, have them on so you do not miss any of the lives. And also, right, smash the likes, subscribe to the channel. I will see y'all soon. W stream. Peace out, people, right? Bro, when man said Ter Stegen in, have shame. But I'll see y'all, bro. Peace. Big up Pierre. Big up Ter Stegen. That's crazy. Big up everybody. Big up Reha, right? I'll see y'all soon. Peace. Visca Barca.